I'm Robin Bensley. Welcome to Chow Time. On the menu today, I'm going to make a delicious oyster dish. But first, I need a little inspiration. Hey, how about the oyster capital of France? Cap Ferret, an hour's drive from Bordeaux, is a long peninsula with the Atlantic Ocean on one side and the Arcachon Bay on the other. Oyster beds stretch along the water as far as the eye can see, and they stay in their brownie beds for 3 years before they're eaten. There are about 350 oyster farmers here that produce about 22,000 pounds of oysters every year. We visited the tiny, authentic fishing village of L'Herbe, crisscrossed with narrow alleyways and colorful fishermen's cottages. The oyster huts on Cap Ferret are just that. Along with sometimes shrimp, they pretty much only serve oysters that arrive at your table on an iced bed of seaweed with lemon wedges, bread, and on occasion foie gras. To sit at a seaside table with the boats coming in with their oyster harvest, and then watching the shuckers prepare your lunch is an amazing experience. You gulp them down with white or rosé wine, never red, they won't even serve it, and let the silky, creamy oysters slip down your throat. They tasted like the ocean. Okay, now I'm inspired. That was a once-in-a-lifetime experience that I would like to repeat. So to start my Cap Ferret Oyster Chowder, I have 4 slices of bacon that I diced, and I'm just sauteing it in the bottom of my soup pot. I'm going to add to that 1 large onion that I chopped. We'll put that in. Get that cooking. And I'm just going to let that cook for a few minutes until the onion softens. Next, 4 large Idaho potatoes that I peeled and diced, just kind of a good sized dice. I'm going to add those. And 1½ cups of water. Mix that up. And then when the water comes to a boil, I'm going to cover it and simmer it for about 10 minutes. Now we add almost all of the rest of the ingredients. I have a pound of corn kernels. I always love to have corn in chowder. 4 tablespoons of butter, just to make the flavor a little richer. 2 cups of milk. Some spices. 2 teaspoons of salt. 1 teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of sugar, kind of a little secret ingredient. It'll make the corn taste sweeter. And finally, my oysters. This is 1 pint of oysters, which is just over a pound. Now, it's in brine, and I've drained off some of it, but I've left a little bit of it because I do kind of want to capture that ocean flavor. So I'm going to add my oysters. Stir everything together. We're going to bring that to a boil and let that simmer covered for about 15 minutes. And the final ingredient, turn the heat off. And then stir in 1 cup of heavy cream. And of course, you have to have a few oyster crackers on top. It's so rich and comforting, especially on a chilly, rainy day like today. And here's something interesting you may not know. Did you know that only 1 in 10,000 oysters has a pearl in it? I've been very lucky.